We've got those elect men, and they're going to be bestowed with power. What better way to punish the perpetrators of that wicked act? What better way to punish those perpetrators than to give the men who were victims of that wicked act power over his enemies, and spiritual power at that, for that matter. Jeremiah 51, we can end it with this. 9 says, "And the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Thou art my battle axe and the weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy the kingdoms." They're talking about tanks. You ain't going to be able to throw tanks. We're going to be destroying kingdoms, man. Right? That's going to be light work, destroying tanks, yeah? Jeremiah, is it Isaiah 54 and 17? Yeah, "No weapon formed against us shall prosper." That's what that talks about. So back to Jeremiah 51 and 20. "Thou art my battle axe and the weapons of war. With thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms, and with thee will I break in pieces the horses and his riders, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariots and his riders." Right? Chariots, tanks, you could put there. Right? His riders, all his military forces. It goes on. I'll carry on reading. "And with thee will I also break in pieces man and woman, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. And I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherds and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the woods, the handsman's, and his yoke of oxes, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers." Right? Does that sound like power to you, spiritual power to you? Right? "And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of the Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion in his sight. Thus saith the Lord." Yes, man. Scripture precept that comes to mind is Ezekiel 35. Yeah? "The wicked, for all the wicked have done, is going to bring my vengeance upon the wicked by my people. Thus saith the Lord." So back to Jeremiah 51 and 25 to end it off now. "Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroyeth all the earth, and I will stretch out mine hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and I will make thee a burnt mountain." Boy, you talk about, you worried about if we're going to be flying tanks. Listen, man. Listen. Let's bring this one out. We're going to end it with this. Knock the ball out the park. Overhand right. Out for the count. Isaiah 51 and 8 says, "But thou, O Israel, art my servant Jacob." Right. "Whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend." Again, you have to be chosen, man. It's not about being no narcissism, no self-gratification. It's about Yahweh Yahushua choosing you as the elect first and foremost, and we all want to be in that number first and foremost, and multiplying and vindicating, sanctifying Yahweh Yahushua's name. And you do that, right? You do that in sincerity and truth, the power shall flow through you. Just as he said there in that little clip there. That little clip there is there's a lot in there. A picture does paint 1,000 words, man. Right. 9. "Thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant, I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away." Yeah, because that devil, I don't want to mention his name. That Vocab Malone demon, saying that we've been cast off. Yeah, they want to steal their inheritance, as the identity thieves that they are, saying that Israel has been cast off, and now it's been given to spiritual Israel, which means that all other nations and all the other heathens can be in there. There's another sleight of hand. They're trying it. They'll try. They'll carry on, keep trying. They're sleight of hand. But when we go to the water, right, just in Judge 7, when we go to the water, right? We take the water in our hand and we sip it in our hand. We don't put our face down in the water like those who were rejected in the army of Gideon. They were rejected because they shut their eyes. Yeah, they forgot they was in a battle. They were not combat ready. You understand that part there? Ultimately, we say Yehovah Shemir Shai's name, man. Just like how Shazam boy, the little boy did. He said his name. He said Yehovah Shemir Shai, and the name flowed through him. Man, thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant, I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away. For I am thee, and not be dismayed. Let me read that again. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am for I am God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Behold, all they that are incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Vocab Malone and all the scoffers and haters of righteousness, they shall perish. For the Lord thy God will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thou worm, Jacob. That's the point. Right now we're just worms. Yeah? So you don't have to worry right now. Right now we're just worms, and you're going to carry on doing what you do. But when the Most High bestows us with that power, you better get out of his way. Ye, O men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument. You better get out of his way. Having teeth, thou shalt thresh the mountains, and beat them small, and shall make them hills as chaff. You better get out of his way. We're going to mount up with wings as eagles. You understand that part there? As a matter of fact, let's hit that one. I think that we're going to end with that precept. Isaiah 40, and because it makes a lovely point. Yeah? For all the doubters and haters and scoffers, we're rubbing your face right in it right now. Isaiah 40 and 29 says, He giveth power unto the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Kala Yahweh Ba'ashem Yehoshua Ba'ashem L'Kakodash. No weapon that is formed against us shall prosper. Every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment shall condemn. Thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage and of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. That was Isaiah 54 and 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. This is the inheritance of the servants of the Lord, Yehovah Ba'ashem Yehoshua, the princes of the power, the so-called niggers that you scoffers, and ultimately, specifically, Vocab Malone love to hate. Right? This is the inheritance of the servants of the Lord. So you can't get that. And we gonna get that because it's bestowed upon us. And we wasn't chosen for anything that was about us, anything special that was about us, but we was chosen because he loved us, because he had a reputation to uphold. Yeah? He had to keep his word to our forefathers, because the Most High don't change. You understand? He don't change from the beginning and right until the end. The Alpha and the Omega. No, there's no beginning and there's no end. Giving our praises to Yehovah Shemir Shai for giving me the spirit to do this video. Rise up to the house of David, and everything the wicked have done to us, past, present, and future, is falling upon their own head. I choose you.
so my powers will become yours.
Power, Bashim, shot.
Say my name so my powers will become yours.
Power, Bashim, shot.